Yes, I'm wearing my Superman shirt for my Wonder Woman 84 review. But I got Batman pictures right here. And then she's back there. Trinity? What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Wonder Woman 1984. That's right. Saw it last night. Got a screener. Hey, I'm big time now. Now, it was great. It is great to do that. But, if I could that I would rather see this on the big screen. The big screen. And if you definitely can see Wonder Woman 1984 on the IMAX screen, do so. You have a theater. Following all the protocols. They're all good. We're all good. And I know a lot of theaters are, and it seems like the theaters are pretty safe. And they should be opened up a lot more than they are. Sadly, not so much here in California. So, yeah, I'm going to have to watch a lot of things on the comfort of my own home. But, it's not that bad. I mean, it was interesting to see a brand new movie in the comfort of my own home late at night. But, yeah, saw it. And basically, what did I think about it? Okay. There are things, guys. Balance. I'm trying to balance out this review because, well, basically, guys, all right, let's talk about, of course, the things that I liked about Wonder Woman 1984 first. Well, I mean, first off, the way that it opens, you guys already saw it. When they had the virtual event, they essentially just released the start of the movie, which shows young Diana taking part in a Themyscira, like Olympic styles events that are happening. And it's little Diana versus grown-up Amazonians. And you see them, she's going up against these women that are already like big-time warriors. And we only saw a little tidbit. When it keeps going, opening scene is actually pretty fantastic with Hans Zimmer score. Oh my God. And of course, Hans Zimmer score is just fabulous throughout the whole fucking thing. And there's a part of Hans Zimmer score that I'll get to in a little bit, but the opening scene really does pull you in with all of that. And then, of course, it leads into the initial story to 1984 and where Diana is currently within the story. And that's where the cheese really just, punches you right in the face, which, of course, naturally, if maybe you've been watching the trailers and everything, that's where you knew it was going to go. You knew it was going to go. It was going to be heavily Donner influenced. We knew this. And it was going to be pretty tonally shifted when it came to the first Wonder Woman. And we all knew this was going to happen. But I think after a bit, I was kind of like, all right, this is just a little too much. Like, when there's just too much cheese, on something. I mean, I know some people are like, I can never have too much cheese, but sometimes you can have a little too much cheese, especially if it's a certain kind of cheese. So I will admit that sometimes, there was that. But when it comes to the story, when it comes to getting into it, you get where it's heading. And then the fact of the matter is, like, when you first see Gal, when she graces her presence, I mean, she is Wonder Woman. She's gorgeous, just vibrant. She just lights it up. She is Wonder Woman. And the opening mall, I mean, when you see the mall sequence, like, okay, yeah, I get it. It gets a little, it's whatever. But what I like about one of the things that really stood out when it came to this movie and it came to Diana and Wonder Woman Gal, it's like what I like is how much she's grown since the first one. I mean, obviously the first one takes in 1917 or whatever the hell, World War I. I forgot exactly what year, but it was the first time visiting the world of man and seeing the dark gloominess and grossness of London and just how gross that was. And there was a big time tone of that movie. Same with this. It's just different. And she's different. Diana is more confident. She knows her way around. She knows how to just when people are not acting like they should, she knows how to just swoop in and swoop out and just be like, hey, okay, I did my duty, blah, blah, blah. But so we have all that, which was all, I just liked her confidence. And you could see even it's almost like you could see Gal Gadot's confidence, because this is now what, technically, I like to emphasize that, the fourth time we've seen her as Wonder Woman. So like, you better believe that gal is confident playing this character now, and it just shows through her performance. Okay, big time shows through her performance in this movie. And she handles the cheese pretty well. But when it comes to the dramatic stuff, that's where I was pretty impressed when it came to the dramatic stuff. Specifically, one, there's a couple scenes, but one particular, I was like, oh man, gal, you get me right there. So, I mean, that was good. And then when it comes to performances, I'm sorry, but man, Mondo himself, I almost said Mando, Mondo himself, Pedro Pascal's Max Lord. Wow, guys. Wow. I'm not going to lie. Like, he shines in this movie. Pedro Pascal really shines in this movie, and I love him as Max Lord, even though, like, I mean, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to like the first like hour, there's good and bad. It gets a little choppy. It almost seems like the movie does not know what it wants to be. Does it go hardcore cheese? Does it not? And it was almost like Patty was like trying to, like, she was just trying to balance that as much as possible. And no easy task, not at all. But it got to a point though where she actually was like, okay, here's a groove. And I mean, it's really when like the plot is, you're really into the plot, and Max Lord is doing what he's doing. And I was not expecting a certain aspect of his character to do what he was going to do when it comes to the whole magical aspect of the plot here. And it was like, oh, okay, interesting. But he puts it all out there, man. Pedro Pascal's awesome in this movie. He really is. Kristen Wiig also too, but I feel that she had a lot of cheesy stuff leading up to it. It was, I mean, some of it was funny and good, but some of it was like just really tropey, 80s tropey, certain scenes where you're just going, okay, yeah, you're going to go there and you're going to do, it's going to be, okay, I get it. But then she'll have some moments too later on when, like I said, when the movie finds its groove, where you're like, oh, Kristen Wiig, there you are. You are a phenomenal actress, aren't you? You know how to do this. I mean, comedic actors and actresses, I mean, don't sleep on those people, because they come from comedy. It's really hard to like do comedy. So to transition to the drama, they already have that bone sharpened. I mean, they really do. That actor bone, that dramatic bone sharpened, man. So, but I'm just saying, Pascal really shines in here. When it comes to like the action and the VFX, all well and good. I mean, like I said, the running is always weird. And there's some, like I said, sometimes I think what I was like was really getting sick of, and I'm pretty sure it's like a studio thing, maybe. I don't know. They have Diana, Wonder Woman, she's saving people way too much, where it's like, sometimes it doesn't even make sense. I'm like, what? Okay, that was okay. That shouldn't even be okay. That's fine. But there's a lot of like saving people. And it's just like, oh boy, man, what the hell? Okay. And sometimes it got a little bit much. Like I said, mix that with the cheesiness. It's very choppy for like, like the first hour. It gets pretty damn choppy. And I always say the VFX are fine. Sometimes, yeah. Like I said, the running is a little strange. But like I said, once it really finds its groove, guys, and it like the last hour or so, I was like, okay, it's really, really finding its groove. Pedro's awesome. Gal is awesome. Kristen is getting like really awesome. She's making her transition to, okay, we left all the setup and all the just weird, like quick scenes and everything like that. And then it just really started getting into its groove of what's happening. And then, of course, naturally, Chris Pine, Gal Gadot, their chemistry still there, still awesome. Very, very well done. And, the way that he comes back, obviously, I think a lot of people just pretty much guessed how that's going to be the case. And when it all happens, it's cool. And then, the fight scene's great. Everything's great. And like I said, it does put out that message. Some people are going to find it cheesy. To me, I was like, yeah, I see exactly what they were going for. I know what Patty was going for. And but there's also a very good scene too that can be you know, that could pretty much I guess you could say you could compare it to a scene, you know, to another character where you know, I thought was uplifting and inspiring, and it was pretty cool. And it was like, all right, yes, that's what I was looking for. And then, guys, I know some people are wondering because we've heard that Hans Zimmer incorporates a certain theme into this movie that he created before in a previous DC property. That man, when that song hits, and you know what I'm talking about, "The Lie That Is Beautiful." Man, I totally forgot that was supposed to be in here. And when it hit, I was like, I went like this. I went, oh, oh. And for where it's at, perfect. Perfect. Yeah. The only thing when it comes to his theme and stuff like that, I wanted the guitar. It doesn't exactly have that. That's a Junkie XL thing, and I can see why Zimmer didn't use it. So he does use his version of that. Still hear that, and it kind of like it's reminiscent of a certain other theme from another movie that we now will not name. But when the Beautiful Lie hits, I was like, okay, hitting it there. And it's a pretty powerful scene. And like I said, when it comes to this movie too, I mean, Pedro got Max Lord. Right away they go, oh, here's some sympathy for the villain. Here's some sympathy right there. And I was wondering, like, is that gonna come back later? And sure enough, it did. Like, so they did a good job. They did a much better job with Max Lord than I think they did with Barbara. And when it comes to the CGI of Cheetah, pretty impressed by it, because when you actually get the up close and stuff like that, you could tell that they did a mix. They definitely did a mix. And I thought it was blended pretty damn well. Like the VFX of it all was pretty good, guys. So that's it. I'm not going to, like I said, there was no spoilers. I won't talk about the post-credit or mid-credit scene or anything like that. And I will be doing a spoiler review this weekend. Obviously, I want to watch it again when it's on HBO Max. Huh? I'm going to watch it, of course, on Christmas Day. And then, yeah, like I said, sometime this weekend, I'll do a spoiler review to talk about all the spoilers and really kind of dig into it. But yeah, overall, like I said, it seems like it has a little difficulty to figure out where it, like, the tone wants to be. A little too hard on the cheese sometimes. And then to me, it just found, like, in the last hour, it really found its groove. And everything just seemed to be like, oh, okay, yeah. This is like that kind of adventure movie. And yeah, it's all really working now all the way to the end. And then it's like, cool. Totally dug it. So watch it, guys. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's definitely it's big time enjoyable, and I can't wait to watch it again. Like I said, and maybe I'll enjoy it now that I expect that, the mixture of cheese and everything like that. Now that I expect it, I think I'm gonna, I'll enjoy it more the second time. But yeah, it definitely has its issues, and there's when it comes to spoilers, one thing I was big time disappointed about that I won't mention here because it's too spoilery. I was like, really? Damn it. What the fuck? Okay. All right. So I do have some spoilery disappointments that I'll get to in my spoiler review. But anyways, guys, there you go. That's my review of Wonder Woman 84. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think about? Did you see it? What did you think about it? Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. Follow me on the sock meds down below. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I got Patreon if you want to help out the pirate ship. And, of course, shirts, stickers, merchandise down below. All right, guys. Talk to you later.